Hello, everybody. This is Svaash, and I would like to introduce you to the first of a bunch of ship videos showcasing the ships that I have built over time. I call this ship the Madcap. It is meant to be a survey ship, although it can defend itself. Um, as you can see, it's really a vertical style ship with two big uh, fins up and down. And I installed lots of what I would call sensors and radar dishes, which are supposed to help represent its ability to be a survey ship. Also, these white little fins that I put in here are also supposed to be a type of a sensor array, so to help portray it as being a survey ship. Also, I want to state this ship was designed and built before the power update and the weapons update, so this is a older designed ship. It does have a full interior so that you can do role play with it. And it's, I think, one of my more interesting creations just because of the verticality of the ship and everything. I actually had to draw the those curves on the wing there on graph paper, and then I kind of worked it out in the blocks to make it come out with a nice curve to it. Here, as you can see, looking at it from the side. So that's how that uh, I worked that out. Uh, these two turrets that are on the left and the right, I will admit that I had a hard time getting for some reason, the AI to like having these turrets on the sides for some reason. Uh, it does have a pretty much swivel ability completely all the way around. That's a good way to do it. Around the ship, and of course can spin all the way 180 degrees or more um, to fire forwards or backwards. They're very big cannons, and I thought they looked kind of neat. I put in these black parts here, and this gray part is supposed to look like when it would fire, these would actually move in like old World War II guns, and that these are like little rubber grommets that it slides into. Boom, boom, boom. And these are kind of like stops here. These purple parts right here. So that was what the intent was with those black parts right there, was to give it that kind of a flavor. Um, you can see there's some windows here, and you can see it's got a full interior. Like I said, it can easily be used for role play. You can see inside the bridge there. Here's another interesting piece. To get these metal grills to actually seamlessly go into the purple areas and not be staggered, these are actually separate entities, separate ship entities with a core and everything, and then I docked them so you can see how that came out, which I thought it came out pretty good. It looks really nice. I have a lot of turret enhancers that I put in just to kind of break up that gray and help support these giant turrets. Um, these little turrets up here are supposed to be anti-missile turrets, and they work really well. They're a little blocky. I think, they're a little glitch. Um, I think that if I could redesign them again, I definitely would. But they serve their purpose. Lots of structure here, supposing to be supporting the wing and strengthening it as it meets the body of the hull. Some more antennas in the back there, and here are my engines in the back. Uh, I try to portray the orange engines as the faster than light, and the blue are the subsonic or the sublight drives. And I did something a little different here. I actually put my universal dock out the back of the ship. I don't necessarily recommend doing so because it's kind of hard to dock it backwards. Even though you have the camera and everything, it's the ship just kind of doesn't want to move right. It feels like to me when I do try to dock it. So I don't necessarily recommend doing that. More of my ships now, if they have a universal dock, I'm going to try to always put them on the sides of the ship. So that being said, this is a universal dock. It's a locking universal dock. It's not my design. I did steal it from somebody else on YouTube. I wish I could give you credit, but I can't remember who you are. But you will recognize your design here. When the light is green, that means that anybody can dock to it, and you can open the door. If it's red, it'll reject the docking and it won't let you open the door. It locks the door. With that being said, let's get out of our ship here, and we can go up over here and open our door. And here we go. We'll grab a little bit of gravity. And as you see, the green light means, hey, I'm completely open. And the red light means it's locked. And here you go. It's the Madcap survey ship. Welcome on board. We have the two engine control rooms. They're exactly the same. You can see here, nice blue lights. I thought it looked pretty cool. So here you have the two control rooms. They look exactly the same. And of course, they're just there for role play, of course. I try to make the whole ship role play accessible. Here is a cargo area where you can place cargo in these two different cargo storage places. Here's an automatic door. Very nice. And then here are some of our computers. And then this is the button that controls that spinning sensor array at the underneath the ship. And then here is our core, the Madcap, designed and built by Svaash Shipyards. And I built it in 2017. And there's our faction block. Okay, now when you come through this door here, you get to the living quarters of the ship. Here is the enlisted men's mess hall. Very nice. Place for them to hang out when they're off duty and such. And then here is the medical bay for the ship's doctor. Have two beds and his desk. Everybody here can be examined and taken care of. And then we have our enlisted men here. I think these here, since these have windows, I guess they would have to be for enlisted men of a higher rank than, and they only have two in each one. And then when you come here, here's another enlisted bunk room where there's actually 4 beds. So I guess this would be the very low end of the enlisted men. And then here is their lavatory with a shower and a sink and a toilet. I probably should have put the sink in the middle instead of the toilet. You don't want somebody walking in and going, hey, look, who's going to the bathroom? But that's what I did. So there we go. And now these are supposed to represent your turret controls. Here are those 2 big turrets on the port and starboard side of the ship. And then as you continue up here, you enter the officer's country, which is their mess hall. Nice little mess hall here. They have their little kitchenette. And of course the officers have their lavatory, which is the same. And there actually is a door to take them into their bunk room, as you can see, for bunks for 4 different officers. And then here is the captain's quarters, where he gets his nice double bed and a video screen, and here's his desk and controls. All right. And here's our elevator. We have 3 actual decks squeezed into the head of this ship. We'll go down first. And this represents the main computer banks of the ship. So you can see there's lots of computers here. And here's where the computer operator sits. He has lots of control desks and everything. Then you go up and you're back to the main deck, and you go up one more, and now you're on the bridge. So you can see where everybody sits, like a navigator and other gunners and the captain here in the middle and such. So here is the bridge. Lots of controls and very interesting. So I'm pretty proud of this ship. I really do like it. It's hard to critique your own ship, but I do like how this came out. I like how it's a vertical ship. Makes it kind of different from other ships out there. I did like how I used purple. I don't, I try to mix up the colors of the ships. As you'll see in some of my future ships that I am planning on coming out with. And I hope to be able to show y'all a lot more of my ships. Let's turn off gravity here so I don't plummet to my death. In space, plummet to my death. Float out and show you the outside one more time. Here's a nice back view. Also, I try to use the quarter blocks and stuff to represent different panels to try and break up solid areas. You've got inset panels. You've got panels that look like they're on top of other panels there. I did put navigation lights, the red and the green. I need to start doing flashing lights. I think I would like to do that, give it a little bit more action there. And there you can see the missiles that come out of the snout. I like the head of the ship here because to me it kind of looks dragonish. I thought that was kind of cool too. But this is the Mad Cat. And I really enjoyed this, making this ship. It was really cool. And I hope you enjoyed it too. Please don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you press that bell button for getting my notifications, and hopefully you'll come back to see more of my ship showcases in the future. Thanks for watching, and this is Svaash signing out.